So for today, we're going to discuss on the different horse breeds. We have five main categories. For the first three are being shown now in the slide. The first one would be the cold bloods, and they are the ones that would look very big. They are tall, they are large, no, they are they are heavy. No, they are heavy. Because these are the ones that are mainly used for draft. Okay, so those are your clues to really differentiate the cold bloods. And why they are cold? Because they are mainly found in Europe. No, that's another clue. But that's not really because they're cold-blooded animals, no. Pero sila yon, they are big. They're the ones that are yung parang they are the laborer horses, and they are found mainly in the European countries, which are the cold areas, no? As opposed to the hot bloods, not because they are hot-tempered, but they are mainly located in the Middle East countries. So these are hot areas, no? So tropical areas. So that's one clue to really identify sino ba, like Arabian, alam mo siya yung elegant, siya yung parang beauty queen of the horses because they are very beautiful. They are being competed for show, no? Um how would I know that they belong to the hot bloods, no? So that's one of the clue. They are located in the hot countries, no? And then Akaltiki, there's actually a circulating picture of the most beautiful Akaltiki in the world. Golden yung kulay niya. Tapos ibang-iba siya sa hot bloods, ay sa cold bloods kasi very slim yung neck niya, very slim yung kanyang head, no? Wala masyadong muscles, no? As compared to the cold bloods that their neck are very big, no? They're enormous. Hindi narrow yung kanilang neck, no? So hindi slim at all. Yan. So yung Arabian, yung hot bloods, kasama din dyan yung Moroccan Barb, which is actually, um, parang mixed blood na din siya ng thoroughbred and then the local horse in Morocco. And then we have the thoroughbred. So yung thoroughbred, this is the main horse that we have in the Philippines being used for racing. And we don't have a local thoroughbred. These are all imported. Although we have a native breed, but they do not belong to the hot bloods na pure breed talaga. Okay. Next, we have the warm blood. So this is just a combination of the hot and cold, no? So the appearance would be in the middle of the cold bloods and the hot bloods. So middle weight that also originate in Europe, no? So these are your Andalusian, Australian stock horse, Belgian warm blood, Dutch warm blood, Lipizzaner, Morgan Mustang, and then the quarter horse. If you can still remember when I said that during the pre-domestication period, no, nawala yung mga horses sa North America. And right now, there are still a few protected areas in California for Mustangs, no? But they are not really native of the North America kasi nanggaling talaga siya sa Europe, yung Mustang, no? Okay. Yung quarter horse, these are bigger horses, bigger looking horses kasi bigger yung behind nila. Yung musculature sa kanilang hind legs would be a little rounder than those of the thoroughbreds. So yung mga quarter horses, we use them for the other sports, no, such as steeplechase and then equestrian, no? Equestrian. So very rare that you would see, at least here in the Philippines, standardbreds and quarter horses being used for racing. So it's really dominated by our thoroughbreds. Okay. The next category would not depend on the origin or the country of origin or source or the size, but would depend on the colors and on the gait. Okay. So let's discuss first on the gated breeds. This would when the breed is under the category of the gated and collar breeds, their actual breed is no longer accounted for. They are mainly being bred to perform a specific kind of gait. So example, the Missouri Foxtrotter, it's in appearance it would looks like a thoroughbred, but it was enhanced to be able to do the trot a lot better than the other breeds. And then so it's being competed for trotting, ganon. So pwede din siya dun sa sports na ang tawag dito, yung pwede siyang show jumping, pwede din siya na parang yung showmanship, no? So pwede din naman siya doon. Nagko-compete lang sila ng pagandahan ng mga trots yan. Next, we have Paso Fino, Peruvian Paso. So yung gate naman na Paso, yung medyo mas refined sa kanila. We have the standard bred and then Tennessee walking horse. For the collar breeds, these are the ones that you would see na parang sila yung Dalmatian, no? Usually horses, they have solid colors and just markings on their mane and their tail and then the forelimbs, no? But with this one, hindi solid yung color ng body nila, no? It could vary from sinasabi nila na parang petechial or mottled gray, yung mga ganon, no? So yan yung American Paint Horse, we have the Appaloosa and the Nutstrapper. And then for the last category, these are the ones that would not qualify under the height measurement of a horse. So we have the ponies, and that would be below 14.2 hands. We have Connemara pony, pony of the Americas, and the Shetland pony. And Connemara pony is still big, no, compared to the other ponies. Yung Shetland pony, yan na yung isa sa mga maliliit. And then we have the miniature horses as well, which would be just usually less than 34 to 38 inches tall. And the common miniature horse breed is the American miniature horse. Most likely, the miniature horses that you see here in the Philippines are coming from the United States or came from the United States. Okay, may question tayo dito. No, miniature horses are not under ponies. They have their own category. They have their own category. So bakit? Yeah, that's a good question. So like, why would not they be under the ponies when they are small as well? No, it's said in the literature that they would still have the behavior and characteristics of a typical horse. So that's why it was necessary to separate them from the ponies. So meron pang behavior, no? Behavior difference daw. Tapos yung itsura din daw, no? Yung sa face mismo, parang small looking horse lang talaga daw yung miniature horses as compared to ponies, no? Ako naman in my experience, hindi ako magaling to distinguish if the miniature horse is of another color kasi isa lang yung sintat ko, pero this is only for me. This is not actually something na is in the books. Commonly, no, like I have never seen a miniature pony that is light colored. Usually mga dark colored sila. And then yung American miniature ponies, they are really a lot smaller than the ponies, no? So mas malaliit pa yung American miniature horses. Yeah. Pinaka-ano mo lang talaga, pinaka-distinguishing factor mo if you're not very keen with the behavior and then with the face is the height. So they're still a lot smaller than the ponies. So yung yung Connemara pony, you may actually mistake it for our native horse if hindi ka masyadong marunong tumingin, no? Pero yung Shetland pony kasi masasabi mo siyang hindi siya native horse natin kasi native horse natin yung mukha iba, tapos yung neck niya malapad na parang cold blood, no? Kasi jack horse siya, no? Pero yung Shetland pony parang bias, sorry, no, bias. Pero yung Shetland pony para kasi siyang elegant tingnan kasi parang yung neck niya finesse, tapos medyo yung body niya proportionate to the length of the limbs. No? Tapos yung native horses kasi natin, para talaga siyang maliit na cold blood. No? Pero yung pony, hindi siya, para siyang maliit na warm blood. Parang ganun. Ganun yung itsura niya. So that's something that helps me identify which are ponies, which are native horses, and then which are miniature horses. Okay. So now we go back to our handout. So dyan na po nagtatapos yung ano ko, pag-summarize ng mga different fields. Okay. So let's just pass through this kasi na-summarize ko na yan with what I said earlier. Yan. So this is how a Belgian or a Brabant full blood looks like. Ano to sobrang laki na kabayo, no? Ang lapad ng kanyang neck, no? Tapos ito ay yung likod niya napaka-enormous talaga, no? So yan yung ginagamit nila hila ng mga carriage, no? Na may kasamang or mga wagons na may kasamang mga supplies, gamit, yan. So yung nakikita niyo sa mga movies in the countryside sa Europe ng mga unang panahon, yan yung mga isa sa mga breeds na ginagamit. So yan yung konting history. So imagine, no, almost a ton ang bigat. So ganun talaga sila kalaki. So almost always the stallions would really look bigger than the mares. So they can reach up to more than 1 ton. And then these are some of the horses that you have that were used during the war. Yan. So kadalasan ganun yung mga colors niya, no? Roan or dove. Okay. So ano ko muna to, stop share ko because I would like to introduce this Clydesdale, no? Any one of you who knows Clydesdale, some commercial siya nakikita. This is actually my favorite. This is my favorite cold blood. Kasi ang ganda niya, meron siya nung stockings, no? And they are big as well. Although the Belgians are bigger than the Clydesdale, kahit sa picture you can already see, no, na mas malapad siya compared to the Clydesdale. Yung neck may konting smaller lang yung Clydesdale, yung neck ng Clydesdale, but still malapad din yung neck ng Clydesdale. Anybody sa inyo, anong commercial makikita ang mga Clydesdale horses? Sikat na sikat yan sa USA. See, that's the height and then the the height and then the body weight, no, is significantly lower than that of the Belgian. Old Spice. Oh, hindi po Old Spice. Yeah, it's Budweiser. It's Budweiser. Yeah, it's Budweiser. So every year meron silang mga linalabas na Budweiser commercial. And then meron talaga silang selection process para maging Budweiser Clydesdale ka. Para maging model. No, tapos in itself meron siyang na-create na isang industry na pagbe-breed ng napakagagandang Clydesdale para masama sa Budweiser commercial. No, tapos may time pa yon, not necessarily every year, no, but this year meron tour ang mga Clydesdale horses, no. So meron sila diyan na madami yan hindi lang basta 6 kasi iniikot-ikot din nila. Pero nag-American tour yung mga Clydesdale horses na yan. No? So, they are much loved. very remarkable or easily identifiable yung Clydesdale because of their um limbs, no? Yung stockings nila commonly white. And for you to be a Clydesdale horse, may particular markings silang hinahanap. So kailangan lahat ng legs mo puti. Tapos meron silang specific face marking na kinukuha. Kadalasan ay bald face daw dito sa puti. Yeah, yun na puti, no? Bald face yan. So yan yung particular Clydesdale. So pagka kunyari, hindi ka mukhang itsurahin Budweiser Clydesdale, so hindi ka nila kukunin, mabebenta ka, no? Pero not for the commercial. Still, the price is higher but not as high if you were chosen as a Clydesdale model, Clydesdale Budweiser model. So yeah. And most of the job that they have is also to pull the carriage. Pero sa Europe naman, like right now, o hindi lang siguro natin nakikita sa mga movies or sa kung anumang social media platform. Wala naman akong nakitang Clydesdale na nasa sobrang putikan na ang papangit na ng kanilang mga limbs, no? So commonly, hindi naman sila yung sobrang pagod na draft horse. Ang kadalasan nakikita ko na talagang parang grabe yung kinikila would be the Belgian. Sila nag-ano din, courage sa mga cowboy stories, meron din naman ganon. But not so much heavy work, no? Next would be the Frisian. Ang typical color ng Frisian is really black. And it's called Frisian because it came from a place which is Frisian in the Netherlands. No? So, kung ma-encounter niyo din from your Zoo at 115, the Holstein Frisian breed, no? Coming din kasi siya sa Frisian area in the Netherlands. Yeah. So, it's a lot smaller than the two mentioned cold bloods. 15 hands lang siya. And it's agriculture work na nagkikila ng mga araro, yan, mga pang-araro. Okay. Tapos also some circuses and then driving competitions. So yung nasa commercial na Old Spice, I would say isa siyang quarter-bred kasi ang lapad ng kanyang no, ang lapad ng kanyang so hindi siya thoroughbred. Medyo malaki yung kanyang head, no? Hindi obviously malaki, definitely hindi siya cold blood. So warm blood. Kaya baka quarter horse yun. Okay? So it's always black. So something na very good clue para masabi natin na isa siyang Frisian. If you really want to be familiar with the breeds, fortunately, konti lang siya, no, as compared to the cows. Ang daming breeds ng cows. So, konti lang yung mga horse breeds. So, you can easily memorize them by looking at them often. No, pagka makikita mo sila kahit sa pictures lang, nagkakaroon ka na ng mental pag-category. Tapos, mas madidecipher mo na, medyo manipis yung mukha ni ganitong breed compared sa ganitong breed. Konting manipis yung neck niya compared to this breed, parang ganon. No, it's also one way for you to memorize the colors, no? Kaya para baka medyo nahirapan kayo. So, kailangan talagang sanayin nyo yung utak nyo, yung mata nyo, na makita yung mga iba't ibang colors at iba't ibang breeds. Yan. Next is the Percheron. So, kita nyo malapad pa rin yung neck niya. It's commonly dark colored as well, but not black. No? But makikita nyo na sa start na siyang mag-taper off. No? Hindi na siya kasing lapad as the Brabant. Starting to be, may konting finesse na siya. Yan. So, it can be as the size of the Frisian at 15 hands, pero it can be taller as well to 17.2 hands. No? So, pwede siyang gray or black. Pero si Frisian talaga, mas siya yung black na makikita mong very shiny black. Okay? Ayan. Next would be the Shire. Sa British, ang tawag nila dito Shire. No, Old Minster Shire. Parang ganon. Blouse. Basta ganon. No, so Shire. Tayo, ang pronunciation natin Shire. Ayan. So ito ay ang Old English Black Horse. And it looks bigger than the Frisian, and then masasabi mo namang hindi siya Clydesdale kasi a little smaller than the Clydesdale siya. But you can mistake it with the Clydesdale because of the stockings here na medyo mabuhok din. And the reason kung bakit mabuhok kasi nasa cold country sila. I've seen Clydesdale in Thailand. So, syempre, in-import lang nila yun. Hindi naman sila nahihirapan huminga, hindi naman sila masyadong nagpapanting. Ang important, lagi lang dapat silang malinis, lagi din silang dry. So, they were able to take care of them properly, hindi naman sila payat. So, wala namang problem if we have this separate countries now here in the tropical areas. Basta, ibigay mo kung ano yung nararapat for the particular breed. Okay? So yan yung mga origin niya, Lincolnshire and Cambridgeshire. It could be as high as 17.2 hands tall din. Yan. And could weigh up to 1,000 kilograms. So medyo, some stallions can be big as well. So pwede mo talaga siyang mapagkamalan na Clydesdale, no? Kasi halos same color. One of the clues na lang would be the origin. No? Origin. Okay? And then yung Roman nose, no? Okay, Roman nose. Yung Roman nose is, pag ganito siya, yan, Roman nose. Usually, yung ibang horses, ganyan na yung kanyang nose, no? So, sa Clydesdale horses, yung kanilang face is flat na, hindi na siya convex. So, isa yun sa mga makakatulong to distinguish the Clydesdale from the sheep. Okay? Now, on the second category, we have this Akaltiki. Baka nakita nyo na siya sa Facebook. It has been circulating for many years. Ito daw yung most expensive horse in the whole world. No? Ayan, napakaganda talaga. Very elegant. Tapos, kita nyo man yung face, no? It's very narrow as compared to the Belgian. Yung belly niya dito, no? It's, narrow as well compared to the Brabants. Yeah. So, ito yung mga pang beauty contest lang na type of horses. Show horses. Ayan. So, yan, no? Payat na sila compared dun sa mga cold bloods. So, this Akaltiki originated from the early ancestor na, natin, no? Equus Swarovski. Tapos, but it's much bigger now, no? Much bigger than the Equus Swarovski, and more beautiful. No? Yan, shiny, yung niya, yung longer neck na siya, tapos mas graceful na siyang tumakbo, para ganyan. But you see that the hot bloods are much smaller than the cold bloods. No? Usually 15 hands lang siya to as high as 15.1 hands only. Okay? So very expressive eyes, yan, mahaba tingnan, magaan tingnan, pag tumatakbo sila, parang light, very graceful, very lightweight tingnan. And next, we have the Arabian horses. Tapos, going forward, no, we have parang in another breed itself would be the thoroughbred. No? So, closely related yung mga Arabian horses and the thoroughbreds. Right now, separate breeds na sila. Yung Arabian, they would look smaller than the thoroughbreds. Really a lot smaller. No? Tapos, yung yung known ang Arabian na kapag tumatakbo, nakataas yung kanyang tail. No? Pero hindi naman lahat ganun. Kasi nakita ko, in reality, marami namang ganun na pag tumatakbo, nakataas yung tail. Hindi lang siya pang Arabian. Pero ang sinasabi lang siguro is, iba talaga yung grace na makikita mo or mawi-witness mo kapag yung Arabian yung tumatakbo. No? Iba once, ewan ko, sa mga tao siguro sobrang hilig ng horses, when you are surrounded with horses, iba yung pakiramdam, no? Siguro yun yung nararamdaman ng mga tao mahilig sa ahas. Ako hindi, ayoko sa ahas. So sila excited na excited ako, ayoko sa ahas. No? So gano'n naman sa akin. So pag sa horses, pag nakikita mo lang yung Arabian, makita mo lang siya, tumatakbo-takbo, ang sarap na sa feeling, ang ganda-ganda niyang tingnan. No? Nakaka-goosebumps, ganung level. No? Sobrang hilig sa kabayo. Ayan. So they came from Saudi Arabia. And meron na tayong mga Arabian horses dito. So syempre important sila. But they are prized possessions of rich people. No? So binibili lang nila para lang sa farm nila. So wala naman talagang racing na involving mga Arabians or any other sports involving Arabian. Not unless show lang, no? For show, competition for show. Sa ibang lugar, no, they are being used for hunting, so they can be used for show jumping, no? Pero sa atin, ang show jumping natin, standard breeds, quarter breeds lang din. Yung halos ginagamit dito sa Philippines. We do have endurance as one of the sports, mainly sa ating Visayas and Mindanao regions. Every year, meron niyang, ang tinatawag nila is Gymkhana sa Cebu. Pag ata nila, pag anniversary ata ng Cebu, hindi ko lang matandaan. So we have endurance competitions as well. Nagta-travel sila across the mountains of Cebu for a period of let's say 1 week. Tapos syempre kung sino yung mauna from point 1 to point 2, so siya yung mananalo. So yung iba doon, thoroughbreds, yung iba siguro Arabian yung ginagamit nila. So maliit lang siya, diba? So it's from 14.1 to 15.1. Pero kadalasan nakikita ko, mga maliliit talaga yung Arabian na mga horses. So meron siyang dished forehead. So yung dish medyo, hindi siya straight, may konting pa ganun siya. No? May konting parang a little ganyan. No? Hindi siya ganun ka straight, hindi siya convex. No? Ganyan. So next is the Moroccan barb. One thing that we can have that can help us distinguish would be the color. So dark yung kanyang main tail and yung kanyang four extremities. Coming also from the thoroughbred, pero parang yun nga, mix na siya ng parang native nila together with the thoroughbred. So nagkaroon ng standalone breed na Moroccan barb. So coming from North America, because Morocco is found in North America. Yeah. A little bigger din siya because it can reach up to 15.2 hands. So that's something that can help you identify it with the Arabian horses at least, no? And kadalasan niya lang yung kulay niya, no? Bay, dark bay, and then black. And this is the most common that we see here in the Philippines. When we go to breeding farms and racetracks, we have the thoroughbreds. And they vary in colors. Kasi merong bay, merong gray, merong white, ganyan. May dun. Pero common that you will see would be brown and gray. So they're very famous for their agility in racing. And then the origin comes from the UK. And they can be as high as 17 hands. So ganun din kalaki as some of the cold bloods. Pero in size, they are much smaller. Next, the combination of the two, we have the warm bloods. Okay, this is Andalusian. Andalusian commonly ginagamit lang siya for show jumping, pwede siya for polo, yung ganun equestrian. Yan yung mga Andalusian. Nakikita ko yan sa ESPN. So when I was a kid, I really watched ESPN because of the horse sports, not because of basketball, volleyball, and stuff, no? Talagang gigising ako ng maaga kasi may may TV guide before sa mga mga cable providers, binibigyan yung mga subscribers niya. So alam mo, like 3 AM, ito yung showing, ganyan-ganyan. So pwede ka talagang gumising ng maaga para mapanood mo yung isang particular show. Yan. So yung mga, kaya naging familiar ako sa mga itsura, no? I didn't know the particular breeds before kasi elementary high school pa lang ako noon. Pero it helped me na when I already learned these breeds na Ay, oo, yan yun, no? Yung Andalusian yun. So these are the things na nakukwento ko sa inyo ngayon. So hindi siya talaga something na ngayon ko lang ginawa. So talagang from the very start na nahilig na din talaga ako sa horses. So ayan yung mga Andalusian. Meron akong I'm lucky enough to witness an Andalusian when I did my advanced duty in Bukidnon many years back. So yung may-ari ng Del Monte, sorry, ano mga apelyido nila? Lorenzo, okay. Yung Lorenzo na asawa ngayon, yes, Marites mo tayo. Yung Lorenzo na asawa ngayon ni Erich Gonzalez. Yeah. Nung time na yon, maliit pa siya. Yan. Doon kami nag-duty kami doon sa farm nila. So sila pa rin ang may-ari ngayon, yung mga Lorenzo, sila pa rin ang may-ari ng Del Monte. So yes, ganun sila kayaman, and yes, ganun na kayaman si Erich kasi napangasawa niya yung isang Lorenzo. So doon ako nakakita ng Arabian horse, and then meron din silang Andalusian horse. Ayan. So coming from Spain naman sila, and then occasionally bay, and the size is just about 15.2 hands. Pagka hindi ka talaga sanay tumingin, nagmumukha talaga silang pare-pareho. Pero once you see them in person, may mga talagang slight differences na tatatak sa'yo para mas maintindihan mo talaga na, ito yung Andalusian, ito yung Arabian. Ibang-iba talaga pag nakita mo siya in person other than in pictures and videos. But like I said, I started with looking at videos and pictures, no? Na later na dumating yung nakita ko sila in person. So, it will start from somewhere. So, nandito tayo sa, at least inaalam nyo yung mga itsura nila in pictures and then in videos as well. Ano nyo lang din talaga yan. Personal na assignment if you really want to understand more about horses. So, you dig deeper than what we are showing you. Next would be the Australian stock horse. Darker in color, usually bay, no? Tsaka dark brown, yung mga, nila, yung mga colors nila, no? So they are quite related to the Andalusian, also coming from Spain. And then they are the mixture of the Arab and Thoroughbred, more like that of teka, balikan na natin. Hindi, ayan, hindi nga. Yes. More like that of Andalusian lang din, no? Tapos, yung Andalusian naman, more like that of Moroccan Barb and then Thoroughbred. So kung makikita mo, kung gagawa ka ng family tree, magkaka-related lang din talaga sila, no? Hindi kagaya ng dogs, no, na ang laki-laki ng difference between a Chihuahua and then a Saint Bernard, no? Hindi mo makikita they were closely related sa family tree. Ibang-iba. Pero with these horses, yung origins nila would be the Arab and then, the Arabian horse, no? The Arabian horse. Pinaka-root parents, great-grandparent breed would be the Arabian horse. Okay, tapos syempre, dinevelop na lang yan ng Australia, coming from the mix of the Arabian and the Thoroughbred, and then may konting distinction lang yan. Tapos kinopyright nila, parang gano'n, no? Kinoy nila na Australian stock breed. Parang gano'n lang siya. Kaya that's why physically it's difficult to distinguish it from them. Sometimes, one thing that helps me identify them is really just the origin. Kasi halos pare-pareho na din talaga yung itsura nila, no? Okay. At least for the height, it's smaller than the Andalusian kasi they could be as high as 17. So ito, 15 to 16 lang din. Karaniwan, we use this for our polo horses o kaya polo cross. Yan. Next would be the Belgian warm blood. So it looks like the Belgian Brabant, but already a combination with that of the Thoroughbred. So it looks really in between the Belgian and then the Thoroughbred, no? In terms of the physical aspects. Ayan. So we use this for dressage and then show jumping as well. Next would be the Dutch warm blood. Isa to sa mga common horses that being used for dressage, no? Next na would be the Belgian warm blood. Pero sila halos yung mga ginamit for dressage, yung mga, and equestrian, yung mga warm bloods natin, no? So they are, may finesse, may elegance na makikita ka, pero they are big, no? Hindi siya kagaya ng Arabian. Kaya they are really the fusion of the cold bloods and then the hot bloods. Kaya natawag sa sila as Dutch warm blood. Okay? Next would be the Lipizzaner. So commonly white siya. And coming from also Spain. Yan. And it's smaller, 14.2 to 15.2 heads lang. And you can distinguish this from the Arabian kasi yung neck niya is still large, no? Yung Arabian talagang ano siya, narrow, slender. Ayan. So even if small, tapos marami kasing Arabian na puti talaga sila, white or like a little mottled gray. So if you don't easily distinguish the size of the neck and then yung kanilang barrel dito medyo malapad, no? Pwede mo siyang mapagkawalan as Arabian. Yan. So pero pag itatabi mo talaga yung mga pictures nila, doon mo mas makahalata na iba din talaga yung itsura ng isang Lipizzaner, no? So the most common color is white na may konting specks yan. Tapos kaya nagiging na siyang tawag na gray. So this is amazing, no? Foals are born black, then they turn gray, and once they mature, they become with a lighter coat, no? They have the lighter coat. So from chestnut, some with chestnut and brown, pwede din, no? But commonly white yung colors nila. Ears lang, and then they also have a convex nose, which is very particular of the Spanish ancestry, no? May question tayo. What is roan? Nasa color siya. Review your colors. Nandun po ang roan. It's a name of a color. Okay? So, review ng colors na lang po. Nandun ang roan. Para siyang, very light yellowish brown. Okay? Next is the Morgan. So, yung Morgan, commonly bay, brown, dark brown ang colors niya. No? And it came from the United States. Yan. It's a recent breed lang in a sense that if you can remember yung history niya na nawala nga yung mga horses sa United States. So it's not something na nag-originate talaga from the US. Coming from Europe pa rin siya, tas over time they just breed it to become something that they now call Morgan. Okay. So it's being used for ano ba yun? Harness racing, carriage racing, yeah, carriage racing. Tapos pwede din siyang ginagamit for rodeo, yan. So pwede din siya. And very famous kasi yung rodeo kasi meron tayong several western countries, no, na I mean western country ibig sabihin yung Texas, Alabama, ganon. Anong tawag sila? Western states, no? Na they're very much into this type of culture na nagro-rodeo talaga sila every year, no? Sa kanilang mga also mga town anniversaries. Yeah. Okay, it's not so big, from 14.1 to 15.1 also. Okay, so may question lang po ata tayo dito. Are there breeds na may facial marking specific only for that breed? If there are, what are the breeds? Wala. Okay? Ang meron lang talaga is body coat, which is yan na yung mga Appaloosa, which are their color breeds. But when you say face marking, wala. Iba talaga siya. Tawag dito, it's a combination of all the other traits to make it a breed, not necessarily on the face markings alone. Okay? Next would be the Mustang. Yan. So marami pa po tayong mga feral population or even wild populations of Mustang, at least in the United States, because meron na silang mga protected areas. Kasi from millions of Mustangs before, halos ano na lang sila eh, if I'm not mistaken, tens of thousands na lang ang natira over the many decades, no? Or even like a century ago in the United States. That's why in the 1990s, buti na lang, no? California decided to have this protected zone um, para hindi continuously maging extinct yung mga Mustangs. I don't know where else we can find Mustangs. Yun lang yung alam ko, no? Yung protected area sa California. Okay? Pero ito, like was shown to you earlier, yung Mustangs is actually coming from Europe, so coming from Spain. Tapos naidala na lang sa kanila during the iba't ibang wars na nangyari sa ating world history. Okay? So the Mustang is also small, and it honestly talaga, this is not basing from literatures. I've seen it from videos and pictures that the Arabians really resemble um, to the Mustangs. Kaya lang yung Mustangs, especially yung mga feral and wild, para siyang cowboy tingnan compared to the Arabians na parang pang beauty contest, you know? Siguro kasi because of the environment where the Mustangs are, especially yung wild and feral population, para silang rude, no? Parang masyadong macho tingnan compared to the Arabians. Pero yung yung behavior lang yung iba, pero yung itsura nila is very related to each other, no? And true enough, because the Mustangs really came from a combination of the Bard and then the Arabian as well. So pareho lang din siya, no? Ng mga ibang earlier na warm bloods. Yan. So 14 to 15 hands lang siya, no? So yung ating Arabians, ganun din. Tapos, iba't ibang color siya, but commonly what I see would be the bay, brown, and then dark brown. But sometimes nakakita ka ng gray, mottled gray, no? So, meron din the blue-gray, yan, blue-gray, medyo rare yan. Tapos spotted, yan. Sa videos lang ko lang din to nakikita, no? Saka mahilig kasi ako manood ng mga movies na may kabayo, no? Mapa-war yan o pa, noong unang panahon, like, ayan, yung Australia na movie, if you've seen that, ano na yan eh, siguro 15-year-old movie, hanapin nyo na lang. Maganda, nandun yung mga courses, so yun kasi yung mga hilig ko na mga napanoorin. Ang mga rancho, buhay rancho, ganyan. So yan, makikita mo yan. Merong makikita kang spotted, gray skin, black skin, and dun. Yan. Okay, towards the last na tayo for the warm bloods, we have the quarter horse. Okay? So, ang quarter horse, isa siyang breed na dinevelop for a particular sport, which is quarter racing. So, ang thoroughbred ay mabilis siya na tumakbo for the whole leg ng racetrack. Ang quarter horse ay mas mabilis siya sa thoroughbred to run a quarter of a mile. No? Kaya tinawag na quarter racing. And then the breeds that would come out, no, that are for these specific sports is what we call the quarter horses. No? So yun lang yan. Pero kung titingnan mo itsura, parang thoroughbreds lang din sila. Pero medyo mas malaki lang, mas pronounced yung kanilang hind musculature. So parang mas bilog sila ng konti compared to the thoroughbreds, no? Pero yun nga, mas madi-distinguish mo sila because of their performance in racing, okay, compared to the thoroughbreds. Yan. So meron tayong 3 types of the quarter horses. We have heavy bulldog type, thoroughbred type, and then the intermediate type. So meron na din tayong mga quarter horses dito sa Philippines. And like I said, there are a few quarter horses that are being raised as well together with the thoroughbreds. Pero like bihira, like for example, siguro dalawa lang as compared to 50 hindi naman siguro 50, mga 30 thoroughbreds, tapos may dalawang quarter horses. Parang ganun, no? Dito sa Philippines. Ayan. So ito, no? Aside from quarter racing, ginagamit din sila for equestrian. So yung maganda kasi sa equestrian, tatakbo-takbo sila mabilis kasi 'di ba may time clock yang tatakbo sila ng mabilis tapos may konting pause magja-jump, no? Tapos tatakbo rin na mabilis tapos kung ano man ang course, obstacle course for that particular track, no? So ito yung kanyang course, Rustic Rouge. Yan. So Mikey Jaworski is a famous equestrian and it's Olympic contender, no, coming from the Philippines. So ano din siya medal holder for Southeast Asian Games, yan. Pero for Olympics, at least naka-qualify siya pero hindi siya nanalo, no. Pero in itself, of course, that's already a huge huge achievement in itself. Okay. Next. Yan. So, I'm sorry that I have to pause our lecture kasi it's 8:02 na, very overtime na po tayo. So, kayo na lang po ang bahala going forward to the other breeds po. Please do your self-study na lang. But basically, kung ano yung nabanggit ko kanina na mga um, categories, yung kanilang mga breeds, ay yung kanilang mga gaits, tsaka yung mga kanilang mga colors, yan, makukuha nyo na dito sa ating handout. And from then on, meron tayong konting discussion at the last part na cousins nila, no, which are the zebras and then the zedongs, etc., etc., no? So for your self-paced learning na lang po. Okay? Kung wala na po kayong mga tanong, you can leave our Zoom call. Thank you for joining me. For those na latecomers, please stay para ma-chat nyo ako na mai-add ko kayo sa attendance.